Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Or if you're new here, welcome to another edition of Kingly Conversations, man. And we got a hot one for you. But before we get into all of that, you know what time it is, man. Those got some shout outs.
Yo, what up? You know what time it is. Hey, shout out to all the listeners, man. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you for riding along in this journey with us. And shout out to our wives, man. We appreciate you. Love you.
All right. This week, we talking about, is your spouse your friend or not? Best friend.
Thank you.
Or not. So strap in. Let the kings talk about it. All right, good people. Welcome back to another edition of Kingly Conversations, man. And as I am every single week, I'm Alan.
What up? It's your boy Twine. You know what time it is. Twine time. Hey, ask me about my podcast, man. You know what time it is.
It's your friend, your mentor, Calvin D. Hill.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Party time.
There you go,
baby.
Whose topic is it for today? Oh, it's mine. Let me go ahead and read this out to y'all. So today's topic is your spouse your best friend or not? Okay. Now this conversation came up.
Thank you.
We was at a cookout for appreciation. We were doing some fundraising and did a event. And it was an amazing event. Shout out to Old Lord Mentoring, youth mentoring. All right. So with that being said, the question was, is your wife your best friend? And my dear friend,
All right.
my dear friend, my dear friend said his response was, what was her response? I'll let you go.
My response was a straight no.
It was no.
And it still is. Now,
okay.
Since we talking. Okay, go ahead.
No, that's it. That's all. That was the introduction.
That was the introduction.
That was the introduction.
Oh, man.
So I said, my response to that question was, yes, my wife is my best friend. And I did not do that just to say it because she was in the room.
Right.
I said that because it was factual. It's true.
Right.
Me and Ashley, we have like the communication we talk about. Anytime she has a great day or whatever, I'm the first one she wants to call, and vice versa, things of that nature.
Right.
Even when we talk about business. So with that being said, that's why I said yes to my question. So when you said no, as far as best friend, help me understand. Help the audience, the listeners, help them understand as well.
Thank you. I'm glad you said it.
Politician,
because. And I love my wife to death. She knows it, Angie.
Shout out to Angie. What up?
We had this discussion several times.
Facts.
Before this question came up.
Yep.
So when she asked it, it was like, here we go. Now, to all the listeners, my wife does not agree with me. Understand that. She does not agree with me. She calls me her best friend. She said, no, I am your best friend.
Yeah.
No matter what nobody say. All right.
Rah,
even me. Yeah.
got
all
it.
right. So understand that. This is not a negative thing. Because people like to twist this into being negative. That, Calvin, you said your wife ain't your best. All right, listen. All right, I'm just putting on it because you're not the only one, and she's not the only one that has said this to me.
I'm listening.
But I have to explain where I'm coming from.
And that's all I'm asking for.
With this.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel like.
Yeah, get your chair right, baby. There we go.
A lot of people feel like that their spouse should be their best friend.
Okay. I'm one of those persons. I'm listening.
I say no.
Okay.
Because when you and your best friend have a falling out, who do you talk to then?
Therapist.
Got a therapist over here.
I mean, I have a therapist.
All right, but so from some people,
Jesus.
All right, there you go. That's And that's where I would fall in that category. All right. So then some people feel like I vent all my problems to my best friend. But what if your best friend is the problem?
Dang.
Okay.
Therapist.
All right.
Jesus.
So, see what I'm saying? So for some people, they feel like, oh, my best friend, spouse,
Yeah.
that's who. Okay, so when your spouse is the problem, who are you venting to? And some people open the doors to vent to their friend. You see what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons I'm like that.
Okay.
Not saying everybody, that's just Calvin. So
Okay.
Calvin, he always has this thing with boxes, and he's working on some. No, I'm not.
Go ahead and say the word.
No. So
Might be putting some air holes.
yeah. So I'm trying to work on how I deal.
Okay.
So I don't consider Angie my best friend. That is my wife.
Okay.
She is my wife. I hold that above any and every relationship on earth. I repeat.
No.
No.
Let me say this,
do it this way.
Calvin.
I have to do this way
Because it sounds like you're being defensive, and I don't want you to be
do
that
it this
way.
way because
Okay.
this is the way I function.
Okay, all right.
And this is how I tell people. Okay, so if I have a best friend
Yeah.
that, like you said, I would tell any and everything to. No, my wife. I have friends. I don't have an individual outside of you two, and I said this several times. I don't have an individual I would call and talk and tell this happened and congratulate. I don't have that, and I deliberately don't have that. That's just me.
Why is that a deliberate thing? If you don't mind me asking.
Because I'm one of them people who I don't mix that for some reason.
It's like oil and
I
water.
never,
to you.
yeah. My wife, listen to the title, wife. Nobody can replace wife. You know what can be replaced? My friends.
Okay.
My best. No, and this is what people, and this is why, okay, again, I'm just sharing why I think this way or why I am this way. So to me, if your spouse is your best friend, right? Your wife, whatever. What happens when y'all divorce or when y'all break up or when y'all go y'all separate ways? That's your best friend, right? So your best friend you gonna call and talk to.
No.
Hold on.
I see what you're trying to do.
I see what you're trying to do.
Hold on. But this is why Calvin does this.
You also are this way because you've only lived one place.
But still, I don't have that relationship with another woman to where I can call and be or any other, because my wife is a big gap between the next relationship, including mom and dad. There's a gap.
Okay, check this out. I understand what you're saying. So, with that being said, I don't think I cannot recall me ever calling any of my ex-wives my best friend.
Damn, most men are like that. But are the women like that?
But now,
Woo.
I like that. So, but let me finish. But now, me and Ashley, I do think that I married my best friend.
And I get it. I applaud it and I understand it.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying as well. Two opposites.
And I don't think it's opposites. I think it's just a matter of perspective.
The way of thinking,
right?
the perspective,
Right? Because I don't fault, and I don't feel like either one's a bad way. Because for me, I just esteem my wife role or that title. Because some people can feel like their best friend can rival their spouse.
Say that again.
Some people feel like their best friend could rival their spouse. Here's what I mean.
Thank you.
Here's what I mean. Friday night come out, me and my best friend want to go here. Your spouse says, I want to do this. Which one do you do?
Wife, bye.
Negative. Not for some people, that's a discussion.
Like, all right, bro.
That's a discussion.
I'll catch you next time, bro.
No. That's a discussion.
That is a
That's a
discussion?
discussion because me and the fellas got to go out. Me and the dudes, me and my best friend, me and the girls. I'm gonna stick it to the men because we're doing kingly conversation. That stuck it on my nerves. That's why I did it.
All right, back to it.
But for men, some men feel like me and the boys. That's my best friend Mike. Mm-hmm. We going out.
Mm-hmm. That's a discussion. You want to know what discussion is?
Okay.
Your schedule. What's your schedule looking like? If you have already established something with your wife that you're doing and your homeboy comes, your best friend comes and says, hey, we need to do this. Nah, bro, I already got the schedule. And then that's the end of it. And vice versa. Now, if you got something planned with the boys and then the wife's like, hey, I want to do this. Oh, I forgot about it. It's on the schedule, blah, blah, blah. You need to get some organization in your life. How about that?
All right. Okay. But this is how I see this.
I'm listening.
This is why I'm like this.
I'm listening.
Me and my best friend Mike.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Shout out to Mike.
Mike want to go out to...
I know.
We planned this to go out. We planned to go to D.C., Williamsburg,
wherever.
Africa, wherever.
Yeah, okay.
My wife said, hey, Calvin, I want to do this.
Do what?
I know you got that plan, but I really want to go do this.
Now, I got questions.
You got questions, and I got answers.
So, when the wife says something like that, how is she coming? What are the intentions? Is she saying this because she don't want you to go?
Not because she don't want to go. Because all right, this event or something maybe, let's say a slight emergency, not a big one.
Yeah.
Let's say a slight.
Yeah.
Of importance to her.
Uh-huh.
Which one you doing? I planned that already.
Yeah.
Now we're eliminating the good wife role. We're eliminating the wife of understanding that we planned. Okay, we're eliminating that element.
I don't know what else there is then.
But she's saying she's saying, hey.
I understand your question, but for me, I can't comprehend that. It's difficult for me to comprehend because if me and Ashley had a situation like that, it would be understanding between the two.
Right, but let's eliminate it and say, okay, I need you to take me here to a hospital or something else.
Yeah.
I just hurt myself. I cut my leg.
Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Yo, Alan, what you doing? Yo, Calvin, what you doing? I'm out of town. I need a favor.
No. I got to go check my wife.
Everything, you trying to eliminate everything else outside the circle.
Check my wife.
Okay. I get that.
You and my wife... Mike and my wife.
Now, emergencies is different for me. Emergencies, that's always going to come first.
Okay. You got a flat tire. My wife got a flat tire at the exact same time.
You have to wait, player. I'll see you.
Gonna have
you
to
know
wait.
Best friend.
No, I understand.
That's your best friend.
But if you was my best friend, you would understand. Come on now. You trying to put me in a pickle?
If you're supposed to be my best friend, you should understand.
You should know.
Like that's crazy.
But for some people,
yeah,
that's a discussion. That's actually a thought of, okay.
Well, you know what? Let's go here. Some men, their wife is not their obligation.
And to me, that don't even register. Because to me,
now you understand,
right? But to me,
where I'm coming from,
that's the only obligation I have.
Right. Honestly, some people outside of
everything else, that is my number one priority. That's the one.
I wish somebody else would come and try to take care of Ashley, and I'm able and willing.
No,
come on, man.
Because
I'm talking about obligations wise.
Some people don't think that way.
I know,
man, and I don't understand that conversation.
As
a man and your spouse, okay, that should be your priority, men. If you have a wife, if you don't have a wife, and you don't have kids, or you got a kid, those are your priorities.
I got a question.
Okay,
this is for the listeners. All right. So, if your friend is not your best friend, what is she to you? So that's the other thing. Okay. So, what role does your best friend play in your life? What are they there for?
That's a good question.
What you got a best friend for, Alan?
I mean,
Now, I ain't asked you what you got a wife for. I ain't asked you that. I asked you what's your best friend for. Because if it's not your wife, who is it? So everybody say, oh, because in your defense, your perspective is my wife is my best friend.
Correct.
And I'm saying, no.
Can you have more than one best friend?
Can you? The answer is yes.
Okay.
Alan looking like.
I mean, look. See,
I ain't talking about wives. Wait a minute.
My lived experience makes the question different because you got to remember, I went to kindergarten at B.M. Williams, and then I didn't return to this state until I was in 10th grade. First and second grade, I was in one school. First, second, and third grade, I was in one school. Fourth grade, I was in a different school. Fifth grade, I was in a different school.
So you didn't have a
relationship.
relationship.
Grade, I was in the same school. Fifth, sixth, and seventh, I was in the same school. But midway through my seventh grade year, I changed schools again. And then eighth and ninth grade, I was in a different country, and then came back here for 10th grade. So for me, my best friend is whoever it is
at the time.
At the time, because as an adult, you hope these relationships will be there forever.
Hey, listen.
But my lived experience tells me that they won't be. Exactly. And they tell me that the friendship changes in seasons.
Exactly.
Because there are a whole lot of people that we talk in the fall. In the fall during marching band season, we in contact. Outside of marching band season,
come on,
we
man.
ain't in no contact.
Okay,
no.
okay,
But,
yeah,
but the one constant since 2012 is her.
So that's your best friend.
I don't talk to anybody else more than her. And when you talk about venting, I don't vent. I'm not a venter. You know how I vent? You know how I vent? Deadlifts. That's how I vent. If I need to vent about something, I go lift heavy stuff.
That's their problem. That's why they back. That's why they backs wide, y'all.
Listen. Here's the thing. Human beings were not meant to retain all of this stress that's caused by our society. You got to have some form of recreation to relieve that stress, or you need to go talk to somebody or something. But you need some way to release that pent up stress and aggression, because otherwise, if you've ever seen Wanted, you know that reference. You're gonna release it on somebody.
And that's why they scare the children at the gym, people.
Hey, children need to be scared.
That's why they bars bend.
Scared straight.
All right.
Bendy Bar.
Anyway.
Hey, shout out to Bendy Bar Fitness. Established 2024.
Oh, Billy Goat.
All right.
Billy Goat Fitness 2024.
Okay, but like you said, the relationships change, the season change, people change.
True.
After the pandemic, that canceled that one for me.
Okay, outside of your wife.
Yeah.
I got you.
Because everything else falls into the friend category.
Let's specify the wife, though.
Okay.
Because you're talking about everybody else.
Okay, so
let's specify the wife, because that's the topic. Is your spouse your best friend or not? So
she is my wife.
I understand that.
I don't have another title.
So you don't vent.
I don't have another title.
You don't vent. You don't have conversations about your day or what's going on.
If she
the ups
asks,
and downs?
I would talk to her about. But if she don't ask, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I mean,
I wouldn't because
I don't really share the details of my day either.
Because one, my job to
you know why? For me, it's because to me whatever happened at work ain't important enough.
Yeah, and see, that's what I was about to say, but I was trying not to be callous about it because some people might be listening at work and they be like, Calvin don't care about his job.
But here's the thing.
No, it's not that I don't care about the job. It's just it don't stress me. It don't bother me.
I don't care about the job. To me, it's a job. It's the job. That's how I look. It's the job. But I will say, because if you were to look at my life and the people that I'm in communication with, period, there are very few people that I'm in communication with because of work, like outside of work. So there's Alfonso, but we lived together.
Okay.
There's like one person from social services that I talk to regularly. Outside of that, I don't talk to nobody from work that I used to work with. Listen, one thing I know, when you retire or you no longer work here, it's been nice. Been nice knowing you.
But like, okay,
Because I'm probably not gonna know you no more.
right.
You can catch me on Facebook. I ain't hiding. I don't have one of them fake names. I ain't hiding. I got too many businesses. I can't afford to hide.
That's spam account.
But as far as the wife, and people say, well, you spend so much time with her, you talk to her. That's your best friend. Okay.
I just don't think we need these titles.
I just don't like that title of best friend, because to me, when somebody says that's your best friend, that should, to me, if somebody says, Calvin, that's your best friend, that means that person has a lot of similarities and things in common with me.
Isn't your wife supposed to have similarities?
Man, me and my wife are just as opposite as we want to be. We just as opposite as we want to be.
I agree. Ashley is opposite from me as far as the mannerism and things of that nature. But I got to go back to something, man, because I'm shocked that you said it too, that y'all don't say, how's your day going?
Yeah.
Like, how do y'all have a conversation?
Janine would tell me how her day went.
Thank you.
She would tell me how her day went. My day is unimportant.
It's not.
If something happens, you're gonna know something happens.
Yeah.
Like if there is something that happens, then they'll be in but it's not, you're not gonna get like a rundown type of thing.
I will tell you that me and Ashley, when we communicate, that's part of our communication. Hey, how was your day?
Which is fine.
How was your,
both ways.
My work day.
So
I just don't talk about work.
Wait,
I just don't talk about work.
Go ahead. So
I talk about work when something is going on.
So look. So I understand y'all don't ask a question because your day is not important as far as work wise in general. So if they come to you and ask you, hey, how they come to you and say how their day was, and then after that is crickets. And say, hey, my day was such and such. Okay, that's cool. And then you talk about that. You engage in a conversation about how her day was, or is X, Y, Z.
Right.
So after that, it's just like nothing.
Yes. No, really.
I don't start talking about how my day was after that.
No, I don't either.
That's cool. Y'all cool, man. That's cool.
Again, I understand his
y'all
perspective
like it, I love it.
Of the job conversation, because my job is, I'm not that passionate about my job.
Now look, I talk about Soulfire Clothing and I talk about Kingly Conversations all the time.
That's different.
And I talk about Legal Shield all the time.
Okay.
I just don't talk about
work. Okay.
Right.
So maybe the word work, maybe I should have just said, how's your day going versus work.
Which, and I've told her, and I probably shouldn't tell her. I mean, there are times, because this past week, I texted, I was like, I'm a terrible employee. I'm a terrible employee.
You should have put that online.
I'm not going to tell you why I was a terrible employee, but every now and then I'm a terrible employee.
You should have put that online.
No, but look, I tell people that at work that I'm a terrible employee. I don't tell them why I'm a terrible employee, but one reason I'm a terrible employee is I'm not a yes man. So I'm going to give you my opinion.
See, now that's one I don't.
But I'm not at risk. I'm not at risk at work.
Yeah, right. And I got
because of where I work, I'm not really at risk.
Yeah, but I got a lot of people that headhunt and don't like
black people. But I already know that in my case, there are a lot of steps. Like you gotta write me up, you gotta do this, and once I get to a point, I'm like, okay, I already know where this is going. So I feel free to express my opinion about issues because I know what the employee handbook says. and I know that I got lawyers in my back pocket.
He looked it up.
Okay.
Right. Let's move on.
That's what I tell people. Like, hey, listen, I want everything you owe me, I want it.
Okay.
Everything you owe me.
Back on topic.
I want it.
Back on topic.
Come back, Alan.
Come back. Here we coming.
He ain't been around for a while. I'm going to bring him back. We ain't had no topic.
He almost came out in the last one.
We ain't had no topic for him.
But that's as far as I'm bringing him out. For my wife, again, the way I am, my titles, and I do hold the titles,
right?
And that's not his thing, but that is mine. Alan don't like the titles.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm one of them. I'm one of them title people.
Right.
Like I know Joe have that saying, if it don't have my name on it, I honestly don't care.
I remember you saying that.
And see my problem. Well, and it's fine.
No, because
I'm about to bring Huey out.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it. That's Calvin. That's Calvin Shabazz over there.
Yeah, because
His name ain't Hill. Calvin and Ganu over here.
oh man, because I feel like that to me is more important.
The title.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and what level you hold in the relationship. Because when somebody says that's my best friend, what happens when that splits?
You know
because
what?
people do get divorces.
You know what?
People do separate. I don't care what.
You know
All
what
right,
you do?
so-
You know what you do?
so-
You get a new one.
All right, see that's what I'm saying. Cause you can get a new best friend. I'm not getting a new wife. I promise you, I'm not. Listen, you can put this on record. Put it on record.
Well,
write it down. Mark my words.
I'm not.
I
Gonna
would
put that,
never get married again.
I'm not gonna put that on record.
I will.
Only reason I say that is me and my best friend have already had this conversation, and she would want, if something happened to her and she was no longer present on earth, she would want me to continue to be happy. And if I need to get married to do that,
Then she wants you to do
she
that.
wants me to do that.
I'll be happy.
But I've already said,
I'll be happy.
if something happened to my spouse,
Streets.
there's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. If you see them, point them out. If you see them,
Moving
point
on.
'em
Back
out.
to your wives. Love you, Ashley. How you doing? Angie, what's up?
I'll be out here 80 years old,
No.
out here stepping with a
was-
suit on.
A little shuffle.
Can't hardly move. Like,
Doing a
yeah,
shake.
I'm still doing deadlifts though.
Oh, man.
185s.
I love my wife. There's nobody
that's
that
without
come-
a question.
that can compare. They don't even come close. That's why I'm like that.
Gotcha.
So, but
So what I guess from your actions, your wife is your best friend. Technically, however, through
No.
what you say,
no,
Is-
no. I'm gonna tell
Angie,
you
I
again.
tried.
No.
Angie, I tried.
You tried.
No.
It's not gonna work.
Got
Because
it.
again, I say the same thing. Your best friend should be that person. You have so many commonalities that people will almost say y'all related. Outside of your physical looks, they should say
I don't.
you to me that's what a best friend is.
So I don't know that I did. If that's the case,
You don't know you have one.
Then I don't know that I've ever had. 'Cause-
That's what I'm saying.
So here's the thing. Now the only person I can say that, kind of from day one,
Right.
people thought we had known each other forever was Antonio.
That's your closest friend. That will be your closest friend. That will be the best.
Yeah.
See, but that's what I'm saying.
But that was
I don't have that.
and we didn't meet until first day of band camp, and people was like, "Wait, like he ain't from Portsmouth? Like y'all don't know each
Y'all
other?
don't
Know each other?
but y'all
like no, we
click.
met 2
Y'all-
days ago.
Exactly. No, man, but that's the way I am about that. Because everybody changes, relationship changes, so forth and so on, time, experience, life.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one person that has been in my life the longest outside of my mom and dad.
That's crazy, ain't it?
I can say that with 100%, like not even batting an eye, without even flinching.
That's crazy when you think about it. I know my wife more than half my life.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. He said, see, but a lot of people can't, and that's why Ashley said what she said. She said, Angie's not your best. No, she's not, but she is the one person that has been in my life
In your corner.
longer than my mom and dad.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute.
We're not talking
Long,
about
I'm
just.
sorry, long as my mom and dad.
Oh,
I didn't mean to
okay,
say
okay.
longer than my mom and dad.
Okay,
Just
all right.
the next person is her because we've been together since 10th grade in high school for so long.
Right, and in my case, I met my wife 12 years before we got married, and now we've been married for 10, might be 11.
So good job.
Yeah, man.
We need to.
It don't feel like it though.
It don't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It just feel like
I don't
we're going
understand.
through life.
Right, I don't understand people be like, "Ooh, I've been married
Because
for
they had a
4
hard.
years."
Because they had a hard marriage.
I know they got
when you
them- they
marry
got them
somebody
crack
that
marriage.
can't get along, you can't.
Hard.
And that's the other part. When you can't get along with your spouse and you're not friends,
Yeah.
you're not a friend at all. Like y'all have no
I guess that's what my perspective is.
friendly
That's-
conversation.
No, y'all gotta be friends, too.
No, you have to be friends.
Yeah.
You have to. If your marriage ain't gonna last 2 seconds if you ain't a friend.
I don't know. Some dudes are definitely if she got that Gawk 3000, they gonna stick around.
Yeah,
for a while.
but that's what they there for.
And then they
okay, see, but this goes to my question. Why did you choose that person? Why is that your best friend? What qualities, actions, contribution to the relationship? What makes that person your best friend and your wife? Okay, because
The reason behind it,
yeah, because if those are the qualifications, that means that can be replaced by anybody. Nobody can replace my wife. I don't care what you do. You can't replace this role. You can do some other stuff. You might, like you said, whatever and all that other. You might, but my wife role
like
is.
he don't know what I said.
I don't use that term.
All right, fine.
I said what I said.
I'm still
Well,
old.
fine then.
I'm still old.
Raucous applause then.
I'm still old.
Raucous
I need to catch up.
applause.
But I'm saying,
Aggressive applause.
close it out on that. Why is your wife your best friend?
Because there are 0 people on this planet that know more about me than she does.
That's your wife, all right. But y'all need a best friend. What's the role of that best friend title?
I trust nobody more than her. Immaculate trust.
So that's your wife. I need a best friend.
But then ain't no such thing as a best friend. They don't exist.
No, I'm just joking.
Moving right along.
You about to say that good? Get the kids off the podcast right there. Get the kids out the car.
Music.
No, let's get the kids out the car.
Pause it. All right, in closing, gentlemen. In closing.
I got nothing.
Good timing, man. Good timing. Everybody has their own perspective of what a best friend is. And when it comes to your wife, at least let her be your friend. You know what I mean? Just at least that. That's all I say. But mine is, hey, Ashley, how you doing, boo? I'll see you when I get home. That's all I got. Hey, yo, Ashley's a real one, too. Let me tell you something.
Yeah,
there was a situation that happened a couple weeks ago when I'm just joking. I ain't gonna do the petty joint.
Out here toting them Glocks.
Hey, man, yeah, shout out to our wives. I understand.
The Akimbo assassin.
Some people don't like to
It's
hear
not
that.
a negative
It's
thing.
not a negative.
It's just that his
just
perspective and the way he think is the way he think. Me personally, I mean, I don't agree with what he's saying as far as the wife and being a best friend. However, I do respect it, man.
Yeah,
I do respect it.
It's just a category thing. You know how I do.
I respect
put
you.
everything
I don't
in the
respect
box.
it. Let me just say that.
I get it. I appreciate it.
All right.
ATL, shawty, don't disrespect it.
All right, man. Alan, you got anything?
Nope, not at all. See y'all next week.
All right, man, for sure. Yeah.